So for anyone who is here now but can't stay, I want to make sure you get your instructions from the Buddha. And so Hansi, we'll start with you. Now, the idea here, of course, is that when we think of Hansi, are you there, Hansi?
Yes, Ayya.
Oh, good. Okay, so, we think of Hansi, we search around. I'm going to let Ayya Chitananda choose for you. He's
Yay!
right. And these are all quotes from the suttas where the Buddha said, this is how you should train. And we've been doing this every year for quite a long time. And sometimes people really find it incredibly, I'd say, poignant that they pick a certain thing because it's very much what they're working with or what they want to work with. And of course, it may vary. Sometimes people tell us later that this really has had a big impact on their practice. And one person said that it changed his life. Sometimes people take these quotes and they stick them up on their bathroom mirror or someplace where they see them often. And so Hansi, this is the one that was selected for you. I will dwell contemplating Dhamma principles in and of themselves, ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful, having removed longing and dejection in regard to the world. And that's from the Anguttara Nikaya, 863. And I think I might be able to put that in the chat somehow. I'm not sure. Well, oh well, we'll figure it out maybe.
Yeah, the quote is good.
You want a pen so you can write.
Anguttara Nikaya. Yeah, we could a pencil or a pen. We'll write Hansi's name on here, and we'll send it to you. But it comes from. This is from Anguttara Nikaya 863, and I think in that particular sutta there are a number of these kinds of instructions. But it also is related to the four foundations of mindfulness. So this is really having the fourth foundation of mindfulness, really taking the Dhamma principles and Dhamma teachings and very determinedly sitting with them and reflecting on them. And this phrase at the end of removing longing and dejection with regard to the world, that means really letting go of all of our attachments, at least for the moment when we're contemplating. And so this is really the way we would want to use any of the foundations of mindfulness. So we become still, meditative, and looking at the body or feeling or the mind or the Dhamma principles.
Thank you. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, we'll make sure that you have a copy.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to write it down, but I wrote the number 863 AM. Thank you so much, Ayya.
863, yeah, A.M. Yeah, Anguttara Nikaya. You're welcome, Hansi. Okay. Anyone else who's leaving or not, or just coming for this session this morning? Memo. Okay, there are a few people. Let's choose one for Memo.
He doesn't need this one.
He doesn't need this one.
He's good. He's good.
Oh, well, maybe you can let us know, Memo, what you think of this. This is from the Samyutta Nikaya, 1611. I will arouse a keen sense of wise it says shame, but you probably know the Pali that it's referring to, hiri, and fear of wrongdoing, ottappa. I will arouse a keen sense of hiri and ottappa. So
It's always a good reminder.
So for anyone who doesn't know the Pali, it's the sometimes called conscience and prudence, or here it's translated as wise shame or fear of wrongdoing. But it's the idea that there is a healthy kind of regret when we do something against the precepts or something unskillful. And we want to be able to reflect on it and learn from it and recommit to being more skillful. And then the ottappa, the fear of wrongdoing, is you have this moment of decision, perhaps, or just this reflection on something you might do, and then realizing you don't want to do something that's going to cause the consequences, negative consequences that come with that. You don't want to hurt someone. You don't want to do something to hurt yourself. So another way to think of this is a kind of self-respect in terms of the hiri, the wise regret. So it's kind of like, okay, I did that, but I'm better than that. I'm not gonna do it that way in the future. Or respect for others, not wanting to harm others either. No, ottappa. But it's like different ways of looking at it to just try to really encourage those two. The Buddha called them the guardians of the world.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. We have.
It's a good reminder to have also mindfulness on that end, on the sila side, right?
Yes, mindfulness. And the thing about sila is that as you practice, it keeps going deeper. You get more and more refined. We learn more and more about how to hold the precepts and all of the sort of ramifications of the precepts.
Yeah.
But Dhamma was Sutta savvy. SN 1611 you should be able to look it up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's write his name on it anyway.
We can.
But we know.
I don't know that we need to.
Right. We don't have
everybody.
Okay, Nancy, and I know James put his hand up too, but we'll do Nancy next. Looking for you. There you are, Nancy. Okay. There you are. Okay. Nancy. Oh, it's fat. It's a big one.
That's good.
I had checked, and doesn't think you need this one either, Nancy. But here we go. Reflecting and reflecting again, I will purify my bodily conduct. Reflecting and reflecting again, I will purify my verbal conduct. Reflecting and reflecting again, I will purify my mental conduct. Thus should you train yourself. That's from Majjhima Nikaya 61.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that also.
Another reminder. Okay, yes, here you go. This is from the Samyutta Nikaya 2010. I will enter situations with body, speech, and mind guarded, with mindfulness set up, restrained in my sense faculties. So that's beautiful, like reflecting out of time, especially sometimes if we're going to enter a situation where there might be some conflict or some pressure of some kind, and I will enter situations with body, speech, and mind guarded, with mindfulness set up, restrained in my sense faculties. Okay. Sometimes it's nice to look up the sutta and see what else it tells us. All right.
How about our European folks? Are they staying all day?
Anyone else? Oh, James. James needs one.
It's James.
I'm not promising I won't be back later, but I'd like to get one just in case.
Okay. You got it. She's stirring the pot.
Oh, interesting. That's good.
Oh, interesting. Does she like these little commentaries?
They're very brief.
It's a bad one.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I will have the trainees' powers of faith, conscience, prudence, energy, and wisdom. That's how you should train. So this is the Buddha saying, this is how you should train. I will have the faith, I will have the trainees' powers of faith, conscience, prudence, energy, and wisdom. And this actually, there are 3 suttas related to this. Anguttara Nikaya 5, 1, 2, and 12.
From you to the Nikaya?
Anguttara Nikaya.
Oh, Anguttara Nikaya. And what translation are you using?
Yeah, this one is, it's probably Bhante Sujato, because conscience and prudence, I think that's what he uses for Hiri and Ottappa. So this faith, that's going to be Sada, that's going to be faith or confidence. Conscience and prudence are Hiri and Ottappa. I think energy here might be virya, probably. It also sometimes is translated as effort in this collection of 5, and wisdom will be panya. Pretty sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ling, of course, yes. Gets kind of late there, of course. Okay, she's stirring the basket.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, this is from Samyutta Nikaya 16, number 1. I will be content with any kind of clothes. I will be content with any kind of food. I will be content with any kind of lodging. I will be content with any kind of medicine. So the 4 requisites.
That sounds really good. Thank you. Contentment.
Yes.
Thank you, Ayya.
You're welcome. Well, I thought maybe this would be a nice time to spend some time in meditation. So make yourselves comfortable. Let's settle in and maybe reflect a little on what it means, this idea of the end of the year or the beginning. Today we're more putting our attention more on the beginning of something new. And it is a bit artificial because after all, human beings decided this is the end of the year or the beginning of the year, the new year, just to keep our timing straight. But actually in Dhamma, there is no conventional time. It's timeless. But it's still valuable for us to use these opportunities to have reflection on what we're letting go of from the past, which everything, at least all the things that drag us down, letting go of all of that from the past and reflecting on the things that are beneficial to us. And then turning towards this new beginning. What do I want in my life now? What's helpful? Where can I put my attention that will be beneficial for myself and for others? So before we can actually gain a great deal of access to our inner understanding, vision, intuition, we need to relax. So we let the in-breath fill the body. And let the out-breath carry away any residue, impurity, stress. Lately, Ajahn Ganha has been saying, breathe in the oxygen, and then breathe out the impurities. He said, meditation's easy. You just breathe in and breathe out. Letting go of our concerns, letting go of our tightness, tension, letting go of our attachments. Letting go of trying to hold it together. That's a lot of our stress. We're trying to hold things together that are destined to fall apart, including this body. And as for how we show up in the world and what people think of us, that's also very fragile, very tenuous, because it's out of our control. Our job is to have that hiri anotapa and do the best we can to keep the precepts and develop our skills. Let go of the sense of self. And some great supports on the path for that are to open ourselves to feedback from our spiritual friends. Is when we can hear from someone else's perspective who's trustworthy and caring. Then we can really learn more about ourselves. Learn more about those coping mechanisms that we've worked so hard to develop to keep us safe, and how they now are barriers to our development. We've come a long way when we get to the point where we want to hear whatever we can from others. Evaluate that and make use of it. As we're gradually getting to the point where we are clear that there's nothing that we need to protect about our image or our feelings, and that we can process feeling. We know it's not ours. Our image, as long as we are keeping the precepts, as long as we are acknowledging our mistakes and recommitting, doing what we can. The Dhamma itself is very clear, precise, and sometimes much more forgiving than we imagine because of all the good that we also do. And human beings with wisdom will also see the good in you. For those without wisdom and with their own delusion and confusion, in best cases, we can have compassion and kindness and equanimity, but not fear, not worry. So there's this amazing mixture in the Dhamma of the practical and the sublime. And how we handle the practical feeds into the development of the sublime in our own mind, in our own life. In this year. And we never know if this is the last year we have or not. In all ways that are healthy and supportive, we should think of it as perhaps the last one. And really make good use of it. And not let those opportunities to develop more deeply in the Dhamma pass us by. Because you never know. That sounded like a thing, but it didn't present itself anywhere. Anyhow, welcome back. It's so good to see all of you. And would anybody like to comment or have any questions? Any kind of check-in you'd like to do?
What do one for me?
Yeah, we'll do one for you. Go for it.
Ooh, it's short.
Oh, nice. You can read it. It's yours.
It's not exciting.
It's not exciting. This is for Ayya Chitananda. I will be one who has good friends, good companions, good comrades. Samyutta Nikaya 318.
Introvert problems.
You start with a lot of good friends already.
Yeah.
Make it easier to achieve.
Yeah, you probably can't hear Harry, but he's saying she already has a lot of good friends. It's like, yeah. Friends of the best kind, I think, with spiritual practice in the foreground. Okay, everybody doing okay today?
Okay. Well, maybe we just wrap it up and get going on the meal over here.
Yeah, I think we'll encourage you to, if you're going to make this a retreat day, have some time to yourself practicing and maybe get some food or whatever and come back at 1 o'clock Pacific time. For those of you who are heading off for the evening or whatever time it is where you are, hope you have a really good night, good day, good night, whatever. Anybody want to say anything before we go? No, all looking pretty content. Great. Great. Anybody want us to choose an instruction for a friend who wants one? Nope.
You do Deborah and Cliff really quick.
Oh,
We might not.
Chitra. Everyone, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Bye.
Yes, please. What, Chitra? You want to unmute yourself and tell us?
Yeah, sorry. I have a bandwidth issue, which is why I went off video.
Okay.
So yeah, no, for my sister actually wants something, so I just thought, okay, I'll find something for her too.
Okay. Yes. Well, this is okay for your sister. My verbal conduct shall be purified, clear and open, flawless and restrained, and I will not laud myself or kind of puff myself up or disparage others on account of that purified verbal conduct.
Oh, great. Thank you. That's perfect.
And it's from Majjhima Nikaya 39, paragraph 5.
Okay. How do I spell that? Because I'm not very familiar with the
Even if you just Google MN 39.5, it should
okay.
pop up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
there,
okay.
Nemo put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Majjhima Nikaya.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do yours now too, Chitra? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is Chitra's sister.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, Chitra. I will be one who possesses perfect confidence in the Sangha.
Oh, nice.
And that's the enlightened Sangha.
That is perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
That is from Samyutta Nikaya 55.3.
Okay. Thank you.
You find it, I mean, that's where the Buddha is saying, this should you train yourself to have perfect confidence in the enlightened Sangha.
Okay.
All right.
Can we do Cliff and Deborah real quick? Will they?
Oh, that's a good point. We promised for Deborah Bose and her husband Cliff. So we're gonna pick one for each of them.
Oh, very long.
A very long one. Who's this for?
Cliff.
Cliff. Okay, so this was actually something the Buddha said to Venerable Sariputta. He said, so Sariputta, you should train like this. There'll be no I-making, mind-making, or underlying tendency to conceit for this conscious body. And no I-making, mind-making, or underlying tendency to conceit for all external stimuli. And will live having achieved the freedom of heart and freedom by wisdom, where I-making, mind-making, and the underlying tendency to conceit are no more. That's how you should train.
Wow, that's so good for Cliff right now.
Yeah. Anguttara Nikaya 3:33. Okay, we will type that up and send it to Cliff.
Perfect.
I know we just heard that his last year's one is still on the refrigerator.
Okay,
Deborah. Okay, now for Deborah.
That's good for Deborah, actually. Good, yes.
I love this pre-commentary. This is great. I will know the state with conflict, and I will know the state without conflict. And knowing these, I will enter upon the way without conflict. Majjhima Nikaya 139. That's for Deborah Bose. All right, we will be in touch with her later today.
Oh, yeah?
I hope.
It's not sure. She may or may not.
Soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Ayya, can we please choose one for Matthias?
Oh, yes.
He's away.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that'd be great. Okay, Matthias, you should train like this. I shall endeavor to let go of all attachments. That's how you should train. Anguttara Nikaya 2:2. You should train like this. I shall endeavor to let go of all attachments. That's how you should train. We'll try to send that to him. Anguttara Nikaya 2:2. All right.
Lynn also wants her for you to pick one for her.
Who?
Lynn.
Lynn. Oh, okay. Lynn subject?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see you, Lynn. Sorry. Okay, here we are. It's very long. It's very
It's good.
Regardless of whether someone's speech is timely or untimely, true or untrue, gentle or harsh, connected with good or with harm, spoken with a mind of loving kindness or with inner hate, my mind will remain unaffected, and I shall utter no evil words. I shall abide compassionate for their welfare, with a mind of loving kindness, without inner hate. I shall abide pervading that person with a mind imbued with loving kindness, and starting with them, I shall abide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility, and without ill will. And that comes from Majjhima Nikaya 21, paragraph 11. And this is the words of the Buddha to the disciples, the monks in particular, but I think anyone might have been there. And this is part of the simile of the saw. All right, Lynn. It's a great practice. Okay, anyone else? All right. Okay, friends, we're gonna stop now and then we'll come back online at 1 o'clock and we'll do everyone's else's selections. And of course, we can talk about them as you wish. And here we'll be starting the bonfire and we'll be starting the bonfire and we'll be having the meal and hopefully some s'mores and who knows what before we come back. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Take care.